Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and today I'm starting off on the small little asteroid because I noticed that we're leaking gas over here, so we're going to make this a priority thing, get these two tiles built. I think I might send another dupe over here to do a little bit of work. I've been ignoring this asteroid for the most part, but one thing in particular I'm thinking about is natural gas. Oh, there are two natural gases. All right, so we've got that. Let's go over here. The plan here is to get more water. And I think I'm going to start with this cool steam vent right here. Redeploying hammer from this asteroid over to this asteroid. So that we can get the construction of first some atmosuit checkpoints. And then some cooling and then transporting of natural gas over to this world. The thinking here is I'm going to be probably relying on the gas range, and if that's the case, then I'll want natural gas. Meanwhile, dupes over here are setting up this system. They've just broken into this little guy. This guy is dormant for the next 31 cycles, so we're going to have lots of time to complete this. Can knock this over now. Go check to make sure everything is all right here. So bringing in some gas, connecting to the oxygen line, a little bit of power. Oh, I guess we only need to take that out in order to complete this. I should have lots of steel, but yeah, what I need to be able to do is actually heat this up. So that the heat, or yeah, the steam gets hot enough to go into the steam turbine. Yep, lots of power, so that's an option. Maybe get rid of this. What was that? Was that for the crude oil? Yeah, okay. Hold off. I'm going to move this oil storage over here. Put in our system. So keep reminding myself, we're not dumping water back in the system. This is an out. Oh, but we don't want to take all of the steam out later on. Now that I'm realizing it, we'll want some sort of steam sensor that's probably going to be controlling this guy here. And what we'll do is we'll take this hot water, and since we've got lots of ice, I figure we'll just let it make its way, get down here. If this ever gets too hot, which it might at some point, we can always tap into the ice for a little bit of cooling. A little bit more to that project. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, overpressure problems here. Need to think. So it is not uncommon in this game to start working on one project and realize you have to change to something else. Okay, stop telling me about this. Let's just make that 3,000 for now. We're going to rebuild or reactivate this pump. Actually, just take the notification out altogether. We'll have that activate the pump. That's going to then send chlorine into here. And we're going to make a liquid airlock, which I had before. And pump a little bit of mercury, make that liquid airlock. Yes, we've got this in this little area. We'll actually, do we have any ammo suits over here? I don't even know. Find out here in a second. We've got 1, 2. Yeah, we do. Awesome. Okay, well, with that charging up, I guess I can decide what I want to do here with our natural gas geysers. The next step in my mind is make liquid airlock, because if we go in here, well, this guy's dormant, but this guy is, doesn't matter whether this guy's dormant or not, there already is a lot of natural gas. I don't want that leaking back towards the base, so we'll give it a little bit of protection from that. We are now, we're just waiting for a little bit more of that. And we've got this guy sealed up. So let's just throw tiles in there. Put in a pressure vent, or yeah, high pressure vent right there. That can get started as soon as that last tile's made. There we are. So we should get a vacuum inside here. I just need to... Now here's the thing. I need to get this... continue to get this going. I wonder if I need to have some sort of logic to determine if things get too hot and to disable this guy, though. That might actually be missing. Huh. I might need to get back in here. We're going to get back in here. What I'm doing is putting an AND gate. So if we need cooling and the temperature is cool enough, this guy can run. I think the water that's there can stay because we're going to be heating it up, turning it to steam. So no need to drain that out. Let's just take this mammoth egg. Go check over on these guys. Okay, they still coming along with that pipe. Okay, so can we seal this up? I think we might be good this time. So put a liquid pipe thermosensor sitting right there. Some logic going down to it, like this. Wait. Like this. You might find it a little bit difficult to cool off any liquid that's going in. Or will we? Yeah, what I might do is, for now, just heat up my own little bit of liquid rather than try to actually cool the environment. Though later on, I'm sure this will change. That'll be a temporary thing. And the other thing we're doing is getting over here. I'd also like to tame this guy. So we've blocked off... Art. Why do you guys do stuff like this? Okay, let's put that there. Let's put you on the other side of that. We'll get the dupes with the Atmos suit to come up in that direction. Okay, okay, they should be fine. No one can sneak through that. I'll click Analyze. We'll do analysis before we seal that guy off. Liquid starting to land over here. It's good to see. Can maybe start by opening up this guy. And realizing no one can dig through obsidian. Can we do anything about that? Might actually end up sending another dupe that can do that. Actually, hold on. I might not be able to do that for a little bit. So we're going to put in our heating system. Dump in a little bit of salt water. And we'll continue opening up this guy. Might get this guy's area to... Oh, I'd lose the wild seed comb though. Maybe I won't do that. We'll open this up nonetheless. Do we have any liquid on the way in? We do. Oh, things have come to a standstill over here. So let's fix that situation. We've got Flask analyzing this cool steam vent. dupes going in here to open this up. Bringing up a ladder over here. This world, we're opening this up. See, we've spilled a little bit over on this side that was not intended, but we'll deal with that. Trap any dupes, actually. Maybe we'll take our time with that. So analysis is complete. Not entirely sure that I really benefit from having this ladder up like that, but anyway, we're going to go up here. Have the dupes access this. Probably don't need to open this wall again for a second, but we'll do that in a second. We're going to want to put another aqua tuner right here, or pump over here. Go check on things. It looks like these guys need something to do. Let's start moving this liquid. Right now, half the plant's not happy at the moment. Cedric was suggesting putting in an actual separate farm, which would be actually kind of nice, because then I could have one area that I could make sure that's pressurized correctly. I think this last little change is going to work. Rock moving over. So we should be able to open up the natural gas geysers over here finally. Clear out a little bit of material in there. And I'll start dumping some liquid, I think. We're going to try connecting this up. Set that to be 33 degrees, nice and warm. Put in some salt water going in and out. Right here, we'll say if the temperature is above maybe 0, run. This can run, and if the pressure is, maybe make that a little bit higher. And temperatures, let's say 150. We've got a vacuum inside there. This guy's running. Now that is going to put some pressure on our power system, though. Where are we on hydrogen? Okay, we've got a good amount now, but I'm going to have to think about power probably next time. Maybe it's time to do the same thing here, but before we do, let's create our vacuum. Let's check in on these guys. In the process of dumping some water here and here, let's clean off floor right there. Now we are once again pushing out chlorine from here. And that's going to be sent in here. If that's the case, maybe it makes sense to put this back there. Get rid of that. Got bleach down being dropped out off there. Good. I think I am, as soon as this vacuum is created, I'm going to leave this alone. Uh-oh. Why does that say no power? Shoot. Okay, guess we're going back in. Take that out. Take that out. Do a cut right there. Forget to check on our little... Oh, it's a minor volcano. Yes, clearly igneous rock has arrived. It's exceptionally hot. Maybe I should ask to have the little pieces here dropped off. Let's go down, have a look to see if anything has landed in our ice area. Okay, got 8 tons that I would say yes it has. So that igneous rock should interact with this. causing a little bit of cooling. Well, cooling of the igneous rock and heating up of everything else. So yeah, what I was saying here before. Oh yeah, that's right. I had to fix this. So maybe get rid of that material. And I don't think I'm going to do anything with this just yet, just because I'm concerned about the amount of power. Plus, I have to put in a cooling system, and we're not really in need of cooling. I guess that's kind of a disadvantage of squash seed. Check to make sure this guy is still running. I do want this guy to run if we can. When we do get this guy to output some liquid, I think I'm just going to simply dump it here to where the environment's really cool. Initially, at least. We can seal that back up. Which will have that area ready for the future. Go check here to make sure these plants are growing. Okay, this is looking better. So I decided to change my mind. I actually am going to make this active. The thinking is not, even if I build this, I don't have to activate it. I could always disable it if I think that it's consuming too much power. Secondly, not both cool steam vents are going to be necessarily running at the same time. So yeah, we'll make both active with the idea that I could always disable one if I think it's consuming too much power on us. That's enough water. Oh, actually, I don't want to get rid of that. I just want to stop water going in here. And actually, you know what? Let's take that off from there. So I'm going to insulate around here. We're going to allow a little bit of granite tiling to be built. We're going to push the natural gas through some of that and make a steam turbine, take in some of the heat if we can. So my idea here was I was going to remove the hydrogen this way, but I'm realizing we have steam because this guy's active, unlike the other ones. This isn't working as well. This might be a very bad idea, given the fact that we don't have atmo suits on this side. But what if we open up this area temporarily? Okay, can we get convinced that? Okay, stop running pump. I don't think you're doing any value for us. We can get that little bit piece of hydrogen out. To take out another piece, I'm not sure. Steam, 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 piece of hydrogen. Oh, you know what? I think the problem more has to do with the fact that we've got a little bit of liquid here. Could come in and mop. Maybe we could get rid of that hydrogen. That's we don't want to be around. Oh, now it's just worse. Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. Okay, maybe we will try running the pump again. This guy up. Lock that off. Maybe we'll see if as long as this could get done before this cool steam goes off again, we'll be okay. Vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. Let's get a vacuum. Well, I tried to create a vacuum here. I'm going to connect in some power. Put in a spot here for this hot liquid to go and land. And I decided I'd rather go down here below this bacillite rather than inside this warm area, just because it's a little bit cooler down here anyway. Bring in a mix of water and polluted water. Let's have that set to be 33 like the other one. Now we're installing some radiant pipes. The idea is we want to pick up this natural gas and get it to transfer some of the heat before it leaves. Over on this asteroid, putting in the actual line that's going to go in and out. We're going to use some of the polluted water that's nearby. Is the cooling line going in and out of that. Because we've got some polluted water here, I figure we'll just put a top on this to make sure this doesn't evaporate as polluted oxygen. Let's make sure no dupes get stuck in this process. Make that high priority. Oh, okay, Quasar. Okay, you're fine, you're fine. Here we are. Alright, so that is going to be going in. I set that to 33. Let's say above. If it's ever above 0, cooling can be done. 150, 250. Okay, the only thing is, yeah, okay. We're, how is things, am I trying to run 2 of these? Yeah. This definitely brings up a power issue. I honestly don't think I am going to try to resolve that today. That might be next time thing. So just 2 things to end off the day. First of all, I noticed that our liquid airlock over here is gone. So let's reestablish that. That might be important because this guy's going to be active in 4.7 cycles. Let's grab whatever is that. And the other thing is Darkfire's comment on, yeah, 6x6 is not 42. 42 is 6x7. I do not have enough cots. In order to fix this, there's really 2 options as I see it. I could either extend this way, or I could extend this way. And I'm thinking I'd rather go up towards the top. Because that's going to allow me to kind of make a nice design where I could have another spot for... Oh, we don't have... I didn't realize we don't have aquatic mosaic up here. But I guess if I'm going to make another washroom and a whole set of these. The only thing is, if I go up here, the disadvantage is I'm going to have to move this system. Though I was planning to do that anyways. You guys have been talking about spawns. That's not something I normally do. So either next time, maybe we address the power situation, or we address the this oxygen situation, then we'll finish up natural gas over on this asteroid. But one other thing that I did think about, which might catch up with me, is I've got rid of some electrolyzers in the center area of the base. Cedric says maybe bring those back, but I don't think oxygen is the issue. I think it might be the fact that these guys mean that the electrolyzers are running less often, which means we get less hydrogen. And since my whole power system is based on hydrogen, not too low right now, but I think especially with these guys running, this is not going to go terribly well. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to work on next time, but I've got a whole bunch of ideas. I'm sure you guys will as well. So Jared playing Oxygen, not included. See you guys next time.